Hi, welcome back to another. I forgot what we were doing. Can somebody? No, I'm kidding.
Pokemon Edibility.
Pokemon Edibility.
All legal cloaca.
This time, the French are here because it's the Kalos reason. Why do you keep on pulling up the picture of Braviary?
All legal cloaca.
Tonight we are being joined by Zero Yeti.
Hello.
Myself.
Joined as if he is not here. We are not being joined by myself. I'm not here.
I'm Warmaster 101. Then we also have next in the line Beth. Say hi, Beth.
Hi, Beth.
Then we have Avery. Hi, Avery.
Hello.
And then for the first time in a long time, we have Braden with us. Say hi, Braden.
Great.
Yes.
I get to make this one.
And what a one to be made at, because once again we are doing the Kalos region, which is famously based off France, right? Am I crazy? Oh, it's not
famously
correct?
small.
Famously small, yes, of course.
Gotten over the hump.
Which, fun fact about Kalos, they have possibly the largest number of Pokemon species in their region, just total in the Pokedex, but also the smallest amount of new Pokemon introduced that generation.
Well, that's because a lot of the old I don't know what I was gonna say. I was gonna involve Mega Evolution in some way, shape, or form.
Even if you count the Mega Evolutions, there's still not that lot.
You know what's fucked up? That the starters for Kalos didn't get Mega Evolutions.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because Mega Evolutions were made to improve previous Pokemon. If they wanted to, no reason to make Mega Evolutions for Pokemon released in the generation they were released in, because at that point, just make them better.
Uh-oh.
I guess that makes sense.
Oh, Mega Evolutions are like anti-power creep.
Thank you, Braden.
Well, they tried to bridge the gap and give older Pokemon more viability with mixed success. The ultimate issue came about at in 2 generations later they'd remove Mega Evolution as a concept, so all those Pokemon just back to square one.
It's that they on more viability. And then they also gave a bunch of Mega Evolutions to Pokemon that are already viable.
Yeah.
Like giving a gun to it's like giving Usain Bolt a gun to help him win a race.
Yeah, I don't think Rayquaza really needed a Mega Evolution. Let's be honest here.
But does it look cool?
Yeah.
It is funny that Garchomp's Mega Evolution is worse than regular Garchomp.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's because it lost 12 points of speed.
Which isn't enough to either switch its position entirely, but it's enough to hurt it enough that you still just want to use the... Because if you were okay, we're going to change this Pokemon into being a wall instead of with its Mega Evolution, do something different, that's one thing you could have done. They didn't do that.
Yeah.
So
just made it slow.
Brian, what do you think of the Kalos region?
Fucking damn it, what the hell?
Oh,
that
is a blurry Mega Rayquaza. Or is it the Loch Ness Monster?
I don't know why it's not loading.
Maybe that's a Pokemon theory in the...
sharing.
It's conspiracy theory in the Pokemon universe, where it's Rayquaza is notoriously really hard and difficult to spot or detect, and it's maybe the theory is just maybe Rayquaza's just blurry. Maybe he's just like that. It's like Bigfoot. Or it's not the camera's fault.
There
Bigfoot just looks like that.
I mean, it's
that is cool looking.
Yeah.
I like that. That's pretty cool.
It's also Mega Rayquaza was even more broken because in order to Mega Evolve, the vast majority of Pokemon need to hold a Mega Stone. Rayquaza didn't, so Rayquaza was able to hold other boosting items on top of it.
Yeah, you just needed to have Dragon
He
Ascent.
swallowed
using
its Mega Stone.
And Dragon Ascent isn't even like a bad move, so that's not even really like much of a downside.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Anyway,
Who's
So they took
we're
a
ranking
really good
by how well he
Pokemon.
can cook them. Goddamn.
Sorry, I was gonna say they took a really good Pokemon. They made it even better, and then they removed any of the restrictions that making the other even better Pokemon forms had. So it literally had its own tier in battle where it was like I forget the specific name of the tier, but it's like the only Pokemon in
Anything
this tier.
goes.
Yeah,
As in anything goes, yeah.
they added a whole fucking tier for it, and it was just like
Of Ubers.
you can use Mega Rayquaza in this. Okay.
So, Braden, this is just a list where we're ranking Pokemon on how delicious we think they would be and how we think it would be to cook them.
All right, sounds good.
So we have delicacy, delicious. All right.
Hospital.
Oh yeah. All right. Efforted, hospital, then inedible, right? Oh wait, no, it's inedible then hospital, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a difference between
This is the
you
first
ate a
Pokemon in Gen
rock
6.
and like you ate just a random thing you found on the ground and it doesn't kill you. And there's a difference
No, I
between you
mean-
ate poison.
Trying to eat all the rocks.
Okay, I'm sorry if you're saying stuff cutting in and out something fierce. I don't know if it's me or if it's you.
No, I didn't hear it either.
Yeah.
Hear what?
Something about eating all the rocks.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out. And it's not
Pause
good.
recording.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a second. Okay. But yeah, what is the first Pokemon? It's Chespin, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So this is just a chestnut mammal. So I imagine this would be delicious because that is two things you can eat.
Yeah, it's got to be at least delicious, surely.
At least.
Probably
And it's,
that would evolution probably, unless you think chestnut would go a tier below or something.
I was gonna say I think they're based off of some member of the Weasel family as well.
I would like to think that they're all delicious. It's just like a regular.
I think once you get to chestnut, it starts to just become difficult to cook
Yeah.
because much armor. But
I mean, seems perfectly edible to me. Delicious seems good.
Oh yeah.
I'm putting chestnut in all right.
Okay. That is equally fair.
Finnegan, more foxes.
Oh.
that's the thing is, from what I understand, fox tastes really bad.
I've never had fox. I wouldn't know.
Just quite a high ammonia content in the meat.
Hey Chris, what does fox taste like?
It was gonna taste like piss.
Oh, we've discussed this previously.
If fox,
Yeah, we've had several foxes on
Oh,
here.
I see. Well, if fox is gonna taste like piss, I don't have any problem with that.
We
Of
would have
course.
put these in all right. We did sort of already put like most of the Vulpix lineup here.
True.
Yeah, it's
Delicious.
described as having a minty taste not dissimilar to herb baked lamb.
Huh.
Hmm.
Tasty.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
I think that's why we ranked foxes high.
I must be misremembering them. Oh, whatever.
Okay, do we want to put all of the line in delicious?
Yeah, I think so.
Unless there's some specific reason why we wouldn't.
I think if you
It's
eat,
going to be very fibrous because they eat so much wood.
I think Delphox, if you eat it, it has some psychedelic effects because it's psychic.
Oh, I saw a tier called Efforted.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Yes.
efforted is like you
You
can
could
eat
eat it, but it'd be
It's
just
very
difficult.
difficult.
yeah, like puffer fish.
Okay, so
Gotcha.
the next line's just frogs, which means it's probably delicacy.
Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
they
Actually,
just taste like chicken. Frog, honestly.
Yeah, rubbery chicken.
Yep. Also, let's be honest. The Kalos region probably eats a lot of Froakie. Let's be honest.
yeah.
Weird for them to have that as a starter.
Okay,
I mean, they had Tepig in uniform.
with how okay, let me be honest. Okay, let me say something a little dark. With how many children there are out in like the different regions, they have to be like there has to be like a fucking like starter mill somewhere. Like where they're just breeding,
Yeah.
like they're breeding like I guess like a
Yeah,
Greninja
but
or
not
whatever.
not every kid starts out with one of the starters.
No, you know what just happens is,
No, all privileged
Whoa, what
little
the
shits
fuck?
like you.
what the actual fuck? No,
What?
sorry, there was all kinds of sirens going through my alleyway for some reason.
Oh, that's
Yeah, like
Just
what about
there's a car chase.
youngster Joey and his retire? He didn't get a star.
Well, no, all I was gonna say is you don't need a starter mill because the trainers trying to get a shiny are the starter mill.
oh true.
Just dumping them into the wild, destroying the local environment,
There you go.
Also, Joey. So,
destroying the economy. Rabbit.
rabbit's pretty good. I would say delicious.
Yep. Yep.
It's not
Delicious.
ground type, right?
No, it's a normal type.
It's the first.
Diggersby is.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say I think the ground will kind of decrease it because it like gritty and sandiness to it, but like if it was just a normal, I think it's
Well,
good.
That depends. Like, is it a
Not
ground
real-
type because it's made of ground or because it lives in the ground? You
Okay,
can
so a lot
clean
of
the
ground
meat.
types are just terrestrial animals and not necessarily made of rock. A lot of Pokemon that are made of rock and are ground type are like that usually because they're rock type. I don't think Diggersby would have earthiness to him.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how tough you think his meat would be because of how strong it is.
I would say
It's
that.
certainly be tougher than his pre-evo.
I would say that Diggersby has some pretty hard meat.
But do you think
And
do
you
you
would
think that
know.
ear meat would be good?
My gosh.
I think there'd be a lot of cartilage, so probably no.
Yeah, I'll put it in all right.
That's the ice machine. Okay, so someone's knocking at the door for a second.
You fool! They're knocking from inside the ice machine.
Bird. Instead, what does Robin taste like?
Songbirds usually don't taste that great because there's not a lot of meat on 'em.
Okay, but
I
what?
mean,
Okay,
songbird is a delicacy in some places.
Yeah,
Like Ortolan.
I think I bring this up every time we talk about a bird or in some way, shape, or form. But you gotta drown Fletchling in cognac and then resuscitate it and then drown
But
it
it's a fire type, so it'll cause a fire.
Okay, I have a question. Has anyone ever thought to consider how difficult it might be to cook a fire or ice type?
Yeah, we've talked about that.
Just a little.
Okay.
And we made the joke with Reggie Rock, not Reggie Rock, with Reggie Ice. It's like, this is just water. You cook this and it's water.
Well, yeah, Regice specifically is just like an ice robot.
Let's see, where did we put
Use
Braviary?
Use it to make smoothies by putting it, it's like ice cubes.
There you go.
Braviary.
And you don't even like you can just like
Put
break
that in Delicacy.
chunks off of them.
there.
I saw them at the bottom.
Braviary's in all right. So this is another bird of prey. Would we put all of these in all right?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't like. I don't. As we talked about with birds of prey before, their diet makes them a little tougher to like meat wise. They're tougher to eat.
I
So
will say, still not over the person at Game Freak who thought the ability Gale Wings was a good idea.
what does Gale Wings do?
You say this about everything. Gale Wings gives all flying type moves priority.
Oh, that.
And in later games they made it so it only gives priority when it has full health. How big is this?
Ew.
Yeah, because like in Gen 6 competitive, it was just Talonflame just using priority Brave Bird. Because why the fuck not?
But
Yeah,
they
they
decided
got
to
more
refit by tying
butterflies.
it to health. They just decided to make it more inaccessible.
Yes.
And then-
So basically with health, making it health based, you get one use out of it, maybe two.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose that works.
Brave Bird also hits really hard, so Brave Bird hits real hard, and then it's also it gives you recoil damage. So like it makes sense because if you could just keep on firing off Brave Birds, that would be real fucked up.
Which is what it was in Gen 6 originally.
Hmm. Okay.
See, I don't remember this
Got more
because the only,
butterflies.
I think the only talent flame I've ever used had just said flame body.
Flame body, yada yada.
Butterfly.
Butterflies tend to not taste good.
Yeah, they tend to have a lot of
We
like
put
acid.
similar things at Efforted.
Yeah.
Is it Vivillon? Is it just
Vivian.
Vivian? Is it just Oh, okay, it's bug fly.
It's not a poison
I
type.
thought it was it would have made more sense to be like bug poison or something because like with how
Why?
well because what's it like the more like colorful and stuff the like more poisonous it is and Vivillon is really colorful.
It's just
The word papillon.
Butterfly.
aposematic coloration in this case if it's not poison.
So apparently, if improperly cooked, butterfly tastes like stomach acid.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did put these at Efforted.
Yeah.
So you eat a
the
Vivillon.
same
So
place.
I guess if you eat a Vivillon, and then you throw up later, it will taste the same going down as it tastes come back up.
What's your favorite Pokemon move? My favorite Pokemon move is Guillotine.
Sorry, I thought of something stupid again.
That's it.
They call my butthole.
Say the line, Aura.
They call my butthole the guillotine with how many dicks I chop off.
How does lion taste?
Lion.
I'd imagine it's probably
it'd
pretty
be
good.
Quite tough and gamey.
Not quite.
would be my assumption.
So lion apparently tastes fairly mild, slightly sweet, but very tough.
So
We did
efforted or alright?
no, be all right.
Yeah.
Sounds like it
Yeah.
tastes good, and if you prepared it correctly, the toughness wouldn't be quite so bad.
And it does have a distinct slight gaminess to it, but that's most predators.
I love gamey meat. Oh,
Oh, you should have been here for Conkelder then.
oh,
That you love gamey meat.
Human.
That's why Von Lacken is your favorite character. I'm kidding.
Ugh.
I always preferred female Pyro's design to male Pyro's design because
Child.
Flabebe.
I want to say this.
Love it.
I want to say the Flabebe line is delicacy at least.
Okay.
It's for
This
baby.
thing is some flowers are
mostly
really
flower, though.
poisonous. Is
The thing with Flabebe is it's not a grass type.
What type is it? We haven't scrolled down far enough to see
Fairy
it.
type.
Pure fairy.
It's just fairy type.
It's incredibly weird. This wasn't grass fairy to me.
Well, I think I get
Ah,
what
there we go.
they're yeah. I think I get what they're going with, like for the Flabebe line. Like it was meant
Like,
to be
I
like a
think-
fantasy.
Like, I think with the baby line, the flower isn't actually part of it. It's just something
Yeah.
it carries.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying like, especially when you get to Florges, it's like okay, it's incorporated the flower fully in its design.
Like, yes, I understand the thing about Florges and people saying it should be grass fairy. However, making it grass fairy would just make it worse. It would give it more weaknesses. Anyway, I think this would go in the same category as like the Gardevoir line and the Gothita line because like there's not a lot here. Like
I would
sure, there's
imagine.
plants, but
Wasn't Florges like really tall though?
no.
No, Florges is pretty small. Like the whole
I thought it
Flabebe.
was like 6 feet tall.
Oh,
No,
it
it's
is
like
under 4
3
feet tall.
Yeah.
under
Oh,
4 feet.
okay. Oh, I thought it was like 6 feet tall.
Okay, so in Dungeons and Dragons, what happens
Because
if you
you've
try
only
to
seen
eat
it in
a
porn.
dryad?
What happens if you?
Because I imagine it
Dryad-
would be the same.
Dryads are mostly wood, though.
Okay.
I feel like
Maybe
they,
if you ask nicely.
yeah, or first take them to dinner and then.
Because they're not plants. They're not classified as plants.
Yeah.
So that's the comparison that I would think I would make for this.
I just think if you pop a Flabebe into your mouth, you're probably going to hell. First off, but they taste like all the Skittles rolled into one.
No, you know it's
It
like
is one of
it's
the
like,
smallest Pokemon. You could feasibly do that.
it's like there's it's banned now, but in France they used to eat like whole songbirds, but when you ate them, you had to put like a cloth over you so God couldn't see.
Yeah. I think I.
We are never escaping the Orlon on this channel. We are never escaping it. We brought it
Yeah,
up
we bring it up
3
like
separate
every
times
episode.
in this video alone.
Look, the Ortolan is like it's such a fucked up just like the concept like it's such a fucked up concept for like something that you eat like this small bird that is like you can't eat because the Catholic Church says that you can't eat it. However, you can eat it if you cover your head with a cloth so God doesn't see your sins. It's just fucking insane.
This is something somebody brought up on another stream I watch. As a guy named Vangelis who's been streaming with other people lately, and somebody he's been streaming with was like ex-Mormon or something, or like escaped from Mormonism or Mormon family, and they talked about things like soaking and
Soaking?
where you don't have sex, you just put it inside and don't move.
Oh.
No, see, it's not sex, it's just soaking, big air quotes. And
And then you have
there's a
your
thing called jump
friends
pumping where it's like
Good.
and there's a thing called jump pumping where you do soaking and then somebody else, a third person, jumps on the bed, so you're not having sex, you're just soaking while somebody else moves you. It's not sex. And like something Evangelist brought up is, you think you can rules game God? You think God is omnipotent, but they can't see what you're trying to pull here?
I think as far as like sex loopholes go, fucking just do what the Catholics do, which is butt stuff doesn't count.
This all sounds like the same shit as what's that one, Lent or whatever, where you can't eat meat, you can only eat fish. Oh, but we can eat beaver. Beaver's fine.
Beaver and capybara, those
Always
don't
eat
count.
beaver.
Seal doesn't count. Whale doesn't count.
Oh, all this is so stupid.
Jump humping sounds like some like it's a cucking kink at that point. I feel like I
Polyamory is the thing, Aura.
Congratulations. Well, I guess it's Mormons, so they already have polyamory.
Especially Mormons.
But I was gonna say you've invented polyamory with extra steps, but they're Mormons. They already have polyamory.
Well, no, I understand polyamory, but like,
And also, they have polygamy, not polyamory. There's
Yeah.
a distinction.
That's true. Because speaking of polyamory, I actually saw a polyamory flag earlier when I was driving around.
good for them.
Yeah.
Anyway, I missed when the weirdest thing that I knew about Mormons was what they did to soda. I missed that being the weirdest thing.
And magic underwear, yeah.
No.
See,
No.
one of the
pause.
first things I ever learned about Mormons was the Mark of Cain. So
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Christ.
yeah.
Also, roll it back, roll fast. Avery, what do you mean by magic underwear?
Did you not know this?
No, I don't.
strange enough, they're not the only religion to have magic underwear, but at least for the sheiks, it's like part of their 7 magic things they carry. And one of theirs is a sword that's also a belt, so that's just fucking cool. And I give them a pass on the magic underwear because of it. But Mormons, go ahead, Avery.
I'm gonna use this belt to beat my wife. My wife.
Essentially, they just wear like kind of blessed, a specific like blessed underwear that's supposed to keep them chaste and all that bullshit.
Oh, is it like a nun's habit sort of situation?
Kinda, sort of, but not really.
That's underwear.
But it's weirder because it's
Oh.
underwear.
Yes.
Oh god. Ugh. Sorry, I looked up magic. It's called the temple garment, and they
Stop looking up underwear. We're streaming.
I'm on my phone. I know better than to look up shit on my end while I'm recording.
So I'm genuinely surprised you didn't know about this, or but
I
anyway.
don't know a lot about Mormons except they suck.
Yeah, I looked up the sheiks' magic underwear, which is called kachera, and these just look like boxer shorts.
Yeah, to be fair, Sikhs are like the one religion that I've never had a problem with a Sikh guy.
Is it Sikh or chic?
I believe it's Sikh.
Beth, no, don't look up
If we don't
underwear.
get back, if we don't get back on topic, I'll fucking do it.
Okay, who's next?
Delicious.
Skiddo, yeah, it's a goat. Who doesn't like goat? I imagine.
Would this be delicious or delicacy?
Skiddo delicacy.
Oh yeah, I've got some curry goat in the freezer that I still need to eat, and I'm looking forward to it.
That's one of the things I love goat meat, especially like I love like goat meat when you like do ground goat to make things with.
Mhm.
Basically, everyone else in my family thinks I'm just
Grass goat.
goat, and I'm like, it's one of the most common domesticated livestock on Earth. Why am I the crazy one for eating goat?
I think
Would we put goat?
Sorry, you go
Would
first.
we put goat as a delicacy as well because it is one of the Pokemon that gives milk?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, it's quite literally a goat. Like,
Yeah.
Honestly, you wish you could drag your parents to like Jamaica or something and just force feed them curry goat and just be like, "See, it's delicious."
Like,
Stop, shut
I will
up.
say, my mom is one of the few people who will also eat goat. But
I would like to think
What
with
is the goat?
I would like to think
but yeah,
with Go-Goat and Skidoo, you cook the goat meat of these Pokemon, but then you can make like a nice mint jelly with their little like leaf things. I think that would be.
so I think go-goat cheese either tastes like those herb encrusted cheese balls you get, or it's just weed cheese. It gets you high.
I do love me some cheesy balls.
Shut up.
And,
I would imagine probably a mild version.
What does panda taste like?
But you know what's actually kind of funny about that, Stig, is that one of the like local slang terms for weed from my neck of the woods, I don't know if it used as much anymore, but when I was a teenager, is cheese was a slang term for weed. So
That's
Cheese.
Panda.
Oh, Brain, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say, I would imagine it'd probably be a mild version of the first one.
That's fair.
Which, this far away from the context, probably doesn't make any sense anymore.
Alright, so obviously I don't know what panda tastes like.
You know
But-
what bear tastes like.
Yes, but from what I've heard, from what is reported from old documents before killing pandas was illegal, panda reportedly tastes terrible.
Okay. Delicacy, delicious. Right.
Alright,
Tentative,
so
probably. Then.
Yeah, I don't know what I was gonna say. I don't think panda would taste bad exactly. Like you could eat regular bear.
Yeah, but regular bears are typically, like, very omnivorous, and pandas are, like...
Also, pandas aren't bears; they're marsupials.
Oh shit!
No,
really?
they're not.
Oh,
No, they're not. What are
they
you
are
fucking
bears.
talking about?
No. Oh, then not one of those.
No.
No, pandas are true bears.
Oh.
Are you?
koalas.
Koalas
They just
are-
have- Yeah, they just have tiny babies because pandas are weird.
pandas are bears.
What about
I
red?
don't know what I was
Wait, hang
thinking
on.
there.
What about red pandas?
Red pandas are more related to raccoons.
Oh,
They look like raccoons.
Yeah,
Those things are fantastic.
they're their own family, but they're like close to raccoons.
I also don't think I would feel awesome eating a panda because it takes years for them to like fuck and
Just
make
put
a baby.
a sheet out. Just put a sheet over it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, Aura. Have you seen Beastars?
I
That sounds like a loaded question.
I-
The answer's obviously yes.
Avery once again trying to indoctrinate people into watching Beastars.
So, oddly
Oh,
enough,
Aura, you're a furry and it's really good. Go
I-
watch Beastars.
I'm familiar with Beastars. I haven't sat down to watch it yet, but
You haven't seen it?
oh my god. Okay, will it make you guys
I really expected you to have seen it.
I've never seen Beastars either.
Well,
Okay, well, I mean,
it
you're-
makes sense that you haven't seen Beastars because you're not a furry and you're not a big fan of anime. It doesn't make sense for me not to watch Beastars because I am a furry and Beastars is a furry anime. But I've ingested a lot of Beastars porn. Does that help my situation at all?
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
So I mean, I'm just saying, there is a panda in Beastars. I don't think you would mind eating. I'm just saying.
No, I know
I was,
I know the panda
I
you're
was-
talking about.
I was going to make an argument that I think Pangoro would taste better than Pancham, because I think Pangoro behaves more like a regular bear.
Maybe, but like it's bigger and morally dubious.
Isn't like aren't like isn't Pancham and Pangoro supposed to like be based off like delinquents or something?
I
Yep.
believe so. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. You said morally dubious. Can we elaborate on that?
Dark type.
Dark type.
Dark type. It literally evolves by having
Dark
a dark
type,
in
okay.
the party
Yeah. Okay.
because it's a bad influence. Go on.
Its Pokédex entry literally says it likes to kick puppies. I'm kidding. No, it does not say that.
Speaking of puppies,
Ooh.
how does Poodle taste like?
Girl, I don't know.
We do put most of the dogs in all right.
I mean, there's a reason people eat dog meat.
Kind of like a mixture of pork and dry chicken.
I should call him. Him being
Oh.
a poodle furry that I used to know. I'm kidding. I didn't know a poodle furry.
I'm going to fuck this dog.
Whoa, hey, that is not what I said.
Category 5 white woman alert.
How can you say that about Esper being a Category 5 white woman alert?
Saying that about
Oh
you.
my gosh!
Oh yeah, you've never seen Esper before, have you?
This thing is like Tonberry level of creepy. Like, I would expect this thing to stab me in my sleep.
So I think Esper belongs in maybe hospital.
Yeah, I'm thinking hospital too,
No.
not because it. Like,
I think you go to eat it, and it's like a psychic bomb.
I would also
Like, yes, I imagine you would feel the mental anguish of eating it, but I don't think it's still edible. It's not going to. It's not hospital.
What
Um,
is it?
It's supposed to be a psychic cat.
Okay.
It's
Delicacy.
Evolved into Meowstick Esper.
I think
Like, I'm pretty sure once it's dead already, all the psychic power that would explode out of it is already out. You just have to, like, kill it in a contained area so it doesn't damage anything.
Sorry, I just keep on looking at it, and it's so scary to look at.
It looks fantastic.
You know that
Oh,
meme
gee.
about like Gothitelle showing your Pidgey the heat death of the universe? I feel like this Esper has seen the heat death of the universe, and it was like, it's a bit chilly right now, isn't it?
I think Esper is experiencing every timeline at the same time.
Like this because it basically has to constantly stay in control of its powers or release a psychic shockwave, whatever. I think this would go in like all right.
I'm fine with all right.
Would we put you in delicious or all right?
Yeah, I think delicious sounds great.
Delicious
Sure.
is cool with me.
Yeah, let's put them all in delicious.
Yeah, delicious.
I remember having to argue with someone that Meowstick was not two different evolutions, and it was in fact the same Pokemon. They were just gender differences, and they were like, "No, it was a split evolution. Like, there's this one I'm like, and then there's this other one called." I'm like, "Okay, what's its name?" And they're like, "Well, I don't remember that its name, but that one's Meowstick, and this one's something else." And I'm like, "They're both Meowstick."
The split evolution is called Mystic Pussy.
I mean, I read the wiki page and it said that they're the same thing. Like, just the page alone has told me more than whatever that person knows.
Hey, Stag, what do swords taste like?
Iron.
When you call Cowboy,
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Ooh,
Is
not
this
just
an
a sword.
Or is this hospital?
A ghost sword.
I think it's just non-edible. It's a sword, like a.
Yeah, but it's a sword. If you try to eat a sword, unless you're very well trained, you're going to the hospital.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
well, Nick is a trained sword swallower.
Okay. Don't. I. This is.
Again, don't steal your jokes before you say them.
No, it's fine. I just. I wouldn't be a great vanilla. Okay, real talk. I would not be a great sword swallower like actual swords. My gag reflex is awful, and I would probably cut up my throat. But the funny haha dick jokes. I'm a master at swallowing swords, if you know what I mean.
Looking on that dick.
I like hospital for this one.
Yeah, hospital's fine. Sorry, the
horrors just came out of me.
the penis game. Who remembers the penis game?
Can't say I'm aware of that one.
Is that like Squid Game?
Wait, hang on. Sorry, I know we're detracting, but Brayden, you don't know the penis game?
I feel like I've walked into something incorrect.
Okay, it's nothing incorrect. The penis game is literally whoever can yell the word penis the loudest.
Okay.
Yeah, without anybody following up, is the winner of the penis game.
That's
Okay.
being embarrassed.
Yeah, you played it mostly in high school, where you could hypothetically get in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, should we
And then
pause?
typically you win by just starting off by shouting it.
Yeah. I knew somebody in high school who would just automatically win the penis game because everybody would be like penis.
And they just, Peter!
Yeah.
Were you in high school with Aaron Hansen? They have this exact same story in an episode of Game Grumps once.
No, unfortunately not. Oh, are you?
I have
Oh,
sorry,
No, it's okay.
family called about my grandfather. But no, you're talking about the penis game,
Yeah.
and well, Aura knows who Dylan is. You don't know, and no one else knows who Dylan was. But Dylan would do the same thing, where someone else would like try and do the penis game, and he would just scream it at the top of his lungs.
Yeah. I What are you looking at, Beth? Okay. Back on topic. Who's after Aki? I feel like we're being held hostage.
Google, show this man's penis.
Google, show me.
Oh,
your
was that
penis.
one medicine penis ceiling?
Thank you, Brayden.
What's
Spritzy.
flamingo taste like?
Oh, okay.
Like,
So
for
So
one,
in-
I have to imagine this thing's meat would taste like perfume.
Yeah.
yeah,
Would it taste like perfume tastes, or would it taste like perfume smells?
so flamingo tastes like duck mixed with fish.
What's that one
Okay,
candy?
not bad.
That sounds about right.
Avery, you can answer me this. What's that one candy that like I think it was like a British royalty, not Marie Antoinette. It was just basically like perfumed like cotton balls or something.
What the fuck?
I honestly have no.
Why?
Because the British were weird.
Marie Antoinette was
Yes, I know. I
Oh.
fucked up.
En français.
That's just a cotton candy. That's not going to give me an answer.
I tried to look this up as well, and it was just
Old
like,
England
do you want
candy,
cotton candy perfume? And it's like, no.
The internet is so useful.
Especially,
Did you type in the word British along with your search?
You know, Google never gives me anything I need. I'm gonna try Bing.
Bing,
Show me how to make a bomb.
bing.
Like to make a bomb.
Would you like to make a bomb?
I'm at the
How to
McDonald's.
smoke salmon
Use the
on
healthy
Google.
breakfast option, you should kill your mom.
How to smoke salmon on Google, it shows you how to cook. On Bing, it shows you which guns work underwater.
Holy shit. No, not candy that
Would
smells
this
like.
go in tentative or alright?
I would put it in. Well, I would put it in
I'll
all right if it just tasted like perfume without like tasting like perfume. If that makes sense.
Unironically,
It's hard to say.
One of the search results on Bing when I typed this in was like cooking a steak over fire with perfume.
Oh boy.
White
So
women
why-
okay?
Why would you do that?
1800 England candy.
Okay, so the next one is cotton candy and like cake or pudding or something. So these are going in delicacy.
Yeah, no, a delicacy, no question about it. Like this is a Pokemon that's meant to be ate.
This is literally from the Scooby-Doo movie with the cotton candy monster.
Oh god, that guy was so hot. What did I say?
Oh, Shaggy, we know he is. No.
No, I wanted to fuck the cotton candy monster. I'm sorry if that wasn't a
said
very...
that-
Oh, you know what? No, that wasn't entirely clear. I had no idea.
Was the second Scooby-Doo
What
movie
would
My
we
Monster
do if-
Fucker Awakening?
No.
Oh,
You need to go back to
squid.
sleep. Morally
Dark
dubious
psychic squid.
Oh, I didn't know it
This-
was Dark Psychic.
I mean, I'm
Sorry.
yes.
So several types of squid that we eat are already morally dubious. So I think they taste good. So these would taste good.
Wait.
They're both in delicacy then.
But they're not even a water type. They're dark psychic, and that leads me to believe that these are less sea creature squid-esque and more Cthulhu squid-esque.
That's because they float, they fly, they levitate.
Well, Inkay does.
Brayden, do you...
You see, in Bloodborne, the main character consumes a third of an umbilical cord, and he's willing to do it multiple times. So it probably tastes okay.
Brayden, the fun fact about Inkay evolving into its evolution is
7
that you
degrees of Dark Souls.
is that you have to flip your what's the word?
Console upside down.
Yeah, you have to flip your console upside down, which I think is neat.
When it is above a
weird.
certain level, you have to hold the console upside down while it is leveling, and it will evolve. Because you see, this is a normal shaped squid. This is shaped like an upside down squid.
Yeah.
And it was also there to show off the 3DS's gyroscopic capabilities.
Yeah. There's also it's also an incredibly weird to describe thing because there's no way you could possibly know this without looking up the answer online. Because how would you explain that in game? That you have to physically hold the console upside down.
Yeah, it's a very meta mechanic, for sure.
Like they hint at, it evolves when it's upside down. That doesn't necessarily translate to hold the console upside down.
Yeah.
Barnacles. See, we did have...
Barnacles are typically, well, it depends on the barnacle, but they're typically good tasting.
I remember hearing stories of people like... of people like picking barnacles off of boats, like gooseneck barnacles or something, and just eating them.
I'd cook them I'd cook them before I eat them because they are parasitic. But
Yeah, like the same reason you don't just eat oysters. Well, actually, you do eat oysters. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Whatever.
If you're a coward.
You eat oysters right before you fuck, and then never mind.
After you fuck. And the next day.
Well, no, wait.
Okay, well, do we put these in delicious or alright?
I would put them in alright. Barnacles in general freak me out, and I personally would not eat them unless I had to.
Yeah, I would have never thought to eat a barnacle,
Yeah.
so I don't know. I'll leave it to you guys.
Sure.
Also, smash this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one looks handy.
it's Fisto.
That's not my name. Hello there. It's the Yowie Guai. That's not my name.
What?
It's a meme that I sent to Brayden because we both like Fallout. It's the Yao Guai bear thing saying hello to some people, and the people are like, it's the Yowie Guai.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so the previous seahorses we put here were inedible because of how seahorses are.
Or they're
there's
just
an
bones.
efforted.
And these are now
Would this be
that, but
poisonous?
poisonous.
Would this just be hospital?
I think it would
Yes.
just be hospital.
Yeah.
Oh,
What was that, Avery?
I do think it would just be hospital.
like-
Yeah.
Poison kelp seahorse sounds like three-way bad.
Because
I mean, Well, kelp.
this is what there's a reason why you can get like dried seahorses because they're mostly bone. We've talked about those before with horsey and the kingdra and stuff. Like they're barely edible.
You can make a kick-ass stew out of them. I feel though, like a seahorse broth.
I could see that maybe.
They're poison, though.
Oh, clearly you
Like
have
seahorses
We're
in
talking
general,
about
or just this
seahorses-
one?
We're talking about seahorses in general.
Ah,
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
so we have
Quantra's delicacy.
Yeah.
like imagine
Yeah.
all the meat you can get out of Closter.
Oh my gosh!
Big.
That thing's just carrying a rocket launcher on his shoulder.
it's based off
Yeah,
the
it's based on the pistol shrimp. So
Oh,
it's
nice.
it's based off of the piss hole shrimp.
Oh my gosh.
I'm kidding. I know. Beth said.
Hey, you know those things that swim into your urethra?
Oh God, why hasn't
There's a
that been a
fish.
Pokemon yet?
There's no telling.
Yeah, it's
He's just a big guy.
Heliolus and Helioptile. I think these would be alright.
So when I first saw
Yeah, I mean- I feel like these would be like iguanas.
Yeah.
They'd have really meaty legs from running so fast.
I do like me some thick thighs.
They are generators. They generate.
What was I gonna say? When I first saw
When you-
Petile, I thought it was a dog.
I can see it.
Why?
Like a
Okay, so we want these
dog.
at all right or delicious.
I'm chill with delicious. I'd eat anything. I eat Brayden's ass. Just cut off.
Yeah, I
Brayden,
bet
are
you
comfortable
would.
with that.
Just cut off a bit of cheek.
Just a slice of cheek.
Yeah, just a slight. It was yeah, like Brayden's ass is a ham.
I mean, it's kind of toned. Not gonna lie.
Brayden, it's okay to have a flat ass. You can just say that you have a flat ass.
I mean, it would be kind of flat. I don't know. It's kind of toned,
Steg,
though.
you didn't repeat yourself when I asked for all right or delicious.
I said a delicious, sorry.
It's no McDonald's in the Pentagon.
Steg, what does T-Rex taste like?
So, there's two ways to approach this. One was answered by, and I think this was specifically if you went back and found a T-Rex in Hell Creek and ate it. And they said, scientists said, well, we don't know the necessarily flavor of it, but judging based off of like the isotopic analysis of just the elements present in their bone, due to the trophic cascade
I said
of
dude.
due to the trophic cascade of like I forget the specific words, but basically when you move up a food chain, the concentrations of like heavy metals and stuff increases exponentially
Mm-hmm.
because not only are the herbivores in the plants, and then another smaller predator is eating the herb, and then the large predator is now eating that, so you're seeing it like being multiplied and amplified. I think it's like another thing about it, I think it's called like biochemical magnification.
It's bioaccumulation.
Bioaccumulation, yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I blanked on that. Basically, because of the high levels of cadmium, lead, and various other toxic heavy metals that have accumulated in living Tyrannosaurus Rex in our timeline, it would taste like you throwing up and dying. Because all of your livers and kidneys shut down from the massive
That mercury
dose.
and arsenic and lead and
It's like eating 3 polar bear livers. Like, don't do that. But assuming that it's like not in Hell Creek, hypothetically, based off of like the myo like globin and like the muscle fibers, you would probably have kind of like a gamey, rich taste. But then you got to factor in probably like a hawk or an eagle because that's a predatory bird, and dinosaurs, especially about the dinosaurs closely relative, is birds.
A hawk to
So you
it.
kind of like imagine sort of like a rich, gamey, dark meat bird with maybe some like fishiness because alligators are closely related.
This seems like it would be tentative to effort it. I mean, the meat's there. You can eat it.
I think
Yeah.
it tastes a little salty.
Okay.
Effort. Tentative.
yeah.
I mean, I'd probably go all in on it. I like salty gamey meat, but
Filled with
Yeah.
lead and cadmium.
I find it hard to believe it goes quite that far just because it's a predator that hunts predatory animals. I don't think it's probably. I would assume it's not quite that bad yet, but I mean,
What does our Margosaurus taste like?
So a Morgosaurus is a sauropod dinosaur. These are more distantly related from birds and more closely related to modern day crocodiles. However, they're not well. I guess it depends on which phylogenetic bracket you go with. Like philo bracket you go with, because there's one that's been proposed recently where it's like, it's like animals called theropods like T-Rex, Velociraptor, and animals called ornithischians, which are like Stegosaurus, Triceratops, Dryosaurus. Those are closely related to each other, but the traditional one has been for a long time now. Sauropods and theropods. And sauropods and dinosaurs like Amargasaurus, Brontosaurus, Brachiosaurus, and theropods are more closely related to each other than they are to ornithischians. Anyway, but you're probably going to deal with something. It you may have alligator, but you're also going to have the distinct flavor from the fact that this is a large herbivore. So maybe something like tortoise mixed with maybe like a fowl like turkey or venison. And well, venison's different, but like maybe factor in venison because it's a large herbivore.
yeah.
I think it'd probably be like fragrant, probably like somewhat delicious. Probably a decent amount of fat on them.
I think Auroras would taste like Cool Ranch Doritos.
They also would have ate a lot of maybe like moose, to be honest. Because you have to factor in it's also an ice type. And so it's going to be adapted to cold climates, and cold climates means there's a lot of pine needles it's probably eating because that's cold adapted trees. And pine trees were around in the Cretaceous era. So yeah, maybe like moose.
Cool
So,
Ranch
like, all right to delicious. So where would we put it?
I do delicious.
I think, yeah, delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I'm sticking with Cool Ranch Doritos, and that's how they taste. And nobody can stop me.
Which one?
No, we can't stop you from lying to
Stop
yourself.
you, I have a gun.
Oh no.
Well, how do trans people taste?
Pretty fucking
I mean, I
good.
think this is on the scale of edibility for evolutions. This is probably delicious to delicacy.
Oh, Sylveon?
Hey, all I'm saying is you won't need to take your estradiol if you're eating Sylvia.
It's just you make the estrogen burger out of this. This is what's in Burger King's plant burger.
If you eat a male Sylveon, you don't have to take estradiol. Take testosterone.
Okay, delicious or delicacy?
I want to say delicacy, but I would feel real bad for eating a Sylveon.
The Sylveon would be like, no, I understand, it's okay.
I can't do it.
Tastes like friendship.
Yo, that makes it worse.
Oh, just wait until you watch Kamen Rider Amazons.
What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck?
They eat the living embodiment of friendship, apparently.
Okay, get it out of your system, Aura.
Huh? What? They call me a flying fighting type because I halucha on them till they wrestle.
I made the Hawk Tua joke a while ago for no reason because Stig brought up a hawk, and you won't make it for this.
Yeah, it's the
You're going to
Hallelujah.
ruin the. You're going to ruin the reach for our video.
What reach for
Don't
the
mention
Hawk
the-
Tua is so out of the sphere at this point. Like,
Yeah, Hawktoa was so like an hour ago.
She's rated. I want you to.
What's that?
Did she do something recently?
I know she pump and dumped a
You did
fucking
bad things recently.
she pump and dumped a
Shit
crypto coin recently, and we haven't heard hide nor hair of her recently.
Oh, she's making a fucking
be-
documentary.
About
They end up dead in a ditch.
she said a funny thing on an interview once, and like there's nothing to document. Anyway, I think
I don't even know what the fuck it means.
Blowjobs.
blowing.
Would this
Jay.
Yeah,
be
I think
more
that's
or
what it's
less-
about.
Would this be more or less delicious than a regular hawk, considering it's like muscular?
I would imagine it tastes like a Mexican bird.
What do Mexican birds taste like?
Probably like most other
Please, be
birds.
specific.
I thought Mexican was
Tastes like
specific enough.
Pollo Locos.
Jesus Christ.
I can be more general if you want. It probably tastes like a bird.
I think
It's kind of interesting that we've got multiple birds generation. And they're all hawks.
okay, with it being a fighting type, I think it would be a little bit more. What's the word?
Pretty sure is Halutra a hawk or a falcon?
That is a good question.
Where does the haw in its name come from?
Hawk.
Then I would imagine a hawk.
Talonflame's a falcon, not a hawk.
Oh, I thought you said halucha.
I probably said the wrong thing.
Okay, no. You're
I'm
good.
just saying, like it's kind of funky that like the bird flying types of gen are all like birds of prey. But
Yeah, that is a little.
Mhm.
Why is Hawklucha in a French-based Pokemon region?
Yeah.
because they had an
Oh, you
idea.
can say that why the Three Musketeers are in the America region.
I don't know, because colonization.
So would this be
Immigration.
better or worse than the other birds of prey because it's like humanoid and muscular?
I think it would be worse because it is in fact humanoid and muscular. It's gonna be tough. You're gonna have to
I figured it'd be about the same.
you're gonna have to stew that bitch.
Yeah, but if you stewed it, would it taste good?
That is a good question.
Maybe.
What are you stewing it with? Are you stewing it in a I almost said Four Loco for some reason. I don't know why you would stew anything in Four Loco. That seems like it would kill you.
Because it's Spanish word in Spanish.
So
A lot of college students do stew their livers in Four Loko.
well, not like the OG
Okay,
Four
so
Loco.
would we put this below in tentative then, or would we put this in all right?
I would say all right.
Oh yeah.
I think right.
Yay, halucha.
I want to say this is delicious. I mean, look at it.
Yeah, no, you pop this thing in your mouth and like I feel like it's really like I know it's really sweet, but like it's
Why do you describe us eating this? This is just pop it in your mouth.
because it's small.
Because that's how human beings eat steg.
Yeah, they pop
I mean,
the thing in their
it's not
mouth.
small, it's like 8 inches. Like 8 inches tall and fat.
I want to consider. I don't think you can just pop that in your mouth like a pill if it's 8 inches long.
I'm really good at popping 8-inch things into my mouth.
Do they still try to make Pikachu clones every region?
Yep,
Yes,
they don't
yes.
try to, they just do it.
Yeah, Dinadin is what is
So
that?
apparently, gerbil tastes a lot like walnuts.
I say try to because they're trying to mimic the success of Pikachu, and it never works except for Mimikyu.
Yeah.
They're not trying to mimic the success. They're just paying homage. Like, you're putting too much thought into it. It's just a
Okay.
tradition.
Do we already cover carving?
Yes. I already put it in an edible. Shut up, Steg.
I think you can eat it. I think like you can probably like crack it open, and there's probably some meat inside of it.
Like a coconut.
Okay, do we have slugs on here? Okay, yeah, we had slugs at Efforted. Would we put Goomy, Sliggoo, and Goodra?
Well, what
As also
slug do
efforted.
we have in efforted?
Gastrodon. Oh wait.
Okay.
Sea slugs.
I thought you were gonna say slugmon. I'm like, a slugmon is a different thing.
So Goomy is weird because it's not. It's. I mean, yes, it's supposed to be a slug, but it's a dragon.
I mean, this is the French version.
It's a French mythology thing.
I'm sorry,
Yeah, so I was,
Yes, French mythology.
I don't know much about French mythology.
Chris, you're good to go. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
The French.
I was gonna say, this is a slug Pokemon, and we're in the French region, so delicacy.
Yeah.
I guess it is a snail, but
Snail adjacent.
A slug, which people eat.
I guess since it's not a sea slug, it would be more useful.
Safe
It's
for
also probably very meaty in there. Yeah, fuck it, delicacy.
Unless does Goodra have anything about like its flesh is secretly poison or some shit?
Not that I'm aware of.
No, I think.
No, it's just slimy and muscular.
Yeah. And people really like slimy.
You'd have to like wash it out. It'd be like hagfish.
I do think it maybe. I get that it's a pure dragon. I do think because like its evolution method, it maybe could have been water dragon.
Hmm.
Because you have to have it rain in order for it to evolve.
A lot of people want to fuck Goodra. That's my takeaway from everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me, bitch.
Second.
Every time I think of Goodra, I also think of like I get the pun of it being it's goo and a dragon. I also think, and granted this is from Monsters vs. Aliens, but an alternate name could have been Escargosaurus.
What about Saurus Cargo?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, keys!
Like what keys taste like.
Oh, I love eating keys. This is delicacy at least.
I have a key right here.
They taste like metal.
Yeah. They taste like my butthole.
Like, there's like a small amount of flesh on this thing, so it would at least be efforted because you're not eating the keys.
Does it have flesh?
Yes, it has a body.
It has a keyring and a round bit in the middle.
Do you not see my cursor?
No.
Okay. So the red bit. So anything colored red is flesh, right? Like we can guarantee that?
That's not metal.
Yeah, the lore of Klefki is that like the red like something crawled into a ring of keys, right?
Okay, see, if that's the case, then that tells me it's got a body.
No. That's not a thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess not.
Like,
yeah, I mean,
efforted.
Okay, it's fine. I was just trying to figure out what like I don't know, like I understand that.
I think it would be like a pistachio, but harder.
It would be like an oyster or something where there's just a very small amount of meat on it.
So a clam.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I misread something on that page. Oh, I don't know how to feel about eating
Let's
phantom.
eat the dead child tree stump.
Okay, no, I'm gonna go on this tangent. According to old tales,
Oh,
according to legend, it imitates the voice of a child.
the tangent of
Legend tells.
the tangent
So
of
that's all I have to say. This is probably inedible.
inedible.
This is probably
Yeah,
inedible.
probably.
I mean, you can eat wood.
Matt Pat did it once.
So maybe
This isn't
efforted.
even an edible tree. This is just tree.
No, there's different kinds of trees. You can eat the wood if you like boil it.
Okay, but is this that tree though? It's a rotten dead tree.
Oh shit.
Its name is literally "Oh Rotten Japanese."
Well, it has leaves, so it's always that rotten.
I think it'd be kind of tasty.
Big rot. Japanese. Big rot.
And it has leaves.
I think efforted sounds right.
Effort, it's fine.
Because it is possible to eat the wood of a tree, it's just not going to be very fun.
It rotting just makes it easier to eat, honestly, in my mind.
Also, they use a lot of like different trees' barks in tea.
Like birch bark and root bark.
Yeah, well, Pumpkaboo is obviously a different case because it's pumpkin and gourd.
Pumpkin pie.
Oh, absolutely.
Pumpkin pie. It's delicious. Make pumpkin pie.
Would we want this in delicious or delicacy?
Delicacy.
Delicacy.
I'm fine with either.
Yeah.
Yeah, either one works.
Yeah. I would make the best fucking pumpkin pie with Pumpkaboo. And just listen to the souls of the damned scream out as I cook it.
Why have I never heard of anybody making squash pie?
Butternut squash pie's thing.
You haven't looked it up. That's a moderately common thing.
Butternut squash pie. I'm actually kind of curious now. Because I haven't really heard of like other gourds and stuff being used, like squash and stuff being used in pie. I've only heard of oh, okay, yeah, butternut squash pie is a thing. What are some actually just gourd pie in general?
Like, I never said it wasn't a thing, I just wondered why I hadn't heard about it much.
Because the hegemony of we eat the same like dozen or so foods, basically.
That makes sense.
Big pumpkin
I mean,
trying to keep down small gourd.
I mean, it's not necessarily big pumpkin, but it's most of our food is produced by the same farmers who are paid by the same companies to grow these same things, and most like everything's done through chains, everything's done through major supermarkets. And if a major supermarket doesn't want to stock like acorn squash pie filling, they're just going to do just pumpkin, so that's what we eat because that's what we can easily get. It's the same reason like you don't see duck in a lot of supermarkets, despite duck being pretty common. It's because the supermarket chains don't prioritize having it, which means they don't pay farmers specifically to raise it, which means no one really raises the ducks for food in the United States, at least.
Makes sense.
And a blumpkin is what. No, I'm kidding. I won't explain what a blumpkin is. Brandon already knows what one is.
Bergmite! Bergmite!
Like
it looks like it's made of ice!
I feel like this would go in efforted to tentative because, like, it's not entirely made of ice. There's, like, a body under there. There's, like, something not ice in there. I just don't know what it would be.
Okay, so I kind of want to bump it down to non-edible because oh wait, no, I misread. Sorry, never mind. I retract. I was gonna say Avalag was ice rock.
Avalug.
That's what I said. Avalag.
One of them is,
yeah.
which I would put that. I would put that at like efforted because like there's obviously something in there, but it would be really hard to get to.
Something's in there, and if it gets out, then the world's doomed.
Okay, but we want to have this also at efforted.
So I
or
think
at
it is.
tentative.
I think the regulars are tentative, and then the Hisuian ones are efforted.
Right.
Yeah. I think
Sounds fair enough.
I think Brayden would really enjoy. I don't know. Brayden, would you like some
Right.
spaghetti?
Spaghetti?
We do have bats. We do have bats on the list and non-poisonous ones. I just need to look where we put those.
We'll put Swoobat.
See, we put those in. We put the Zubat line in tentative.
I feel like Swoobat and
Put
Woobat would
Swoobat and Woobat in all right.
I think they would be sweeter.
You
This
think
is like a
Noivern?
dragon bat.
You think?
Oh my gosh.
So do you think Noivern would be better than Woobat, or about the same?
Probably about the same.
I would like.
Yeah, is there any reason they would be better?
Unless we think them being potentially reptilian wouldn't have any effect on that.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was gonna say about Noibat and Noivern. I was gonna say something about them being dragon adjacent. Well, not dragon adjacent, but dragon typing as well. So maybe they're not 100% bat. I don't think. I think Noivern would go kind of far, not far down, but would go low because it doesn't look like it has a whole lot of meat on it. Noibat, on the other hand,
Very big. The size of a person.
Ooh.
Okay, but the amount of meat it does have on it, even if it doesn't have much meat, the amount of meat it does have, would it be good?
That is a good question. I think with Noibat, you just pop it in your mouth. Yeah, I think all right would be fine.
Again, this thing is like the size of a small dog.
I said with Noibat.
Yeah.
Clearly, you don't. So
I'm always putting dogs in my mouth.
Chris, I don't think I've told you, but my ancestry tells me that I'm a part anaconda, so I can just unhinge my.
I thought this was going to get very racist.
Well, you're going to say part dog because somebody fucked a dog.
No, I was just gonna say that I can unhinge my jaw like a snake.
Complete non sequitur. Anyway, Xerneas is obviously a delicacy. It's like the deer of life.
Xerneas is the Pokemon that you need to put a cloth over your head before eating, or you'll go to
tarp over it.
And Yveltal is hospital.
Yeah, and then Yveltal is hospital because it's like the destructive force.
You eat it, and then the chunk of meat in your stomach drains all of your life energy.
Yveltal is like eating a part of the elephant foot from Chernobyl.
Oh boy,
the evil bacon.
Oh,
evil bacon.
Do you think they're exes? Xarnas and Yveltal?
No, Xerneas is exes.
No,
Xerneas is exes.
No, I mean, do you think they explored each other's bodies at one time, but then broke up? The concept of life and death, living in constant.
Sure.
Xerneas was the top, though.
I mean, yeah, Xerneas is always the top.
My God, this one's weird because I feel like this would go in the same section as Ditto because it is literally just a cluster of cells and a shape, which I guess is most living things, but it's like a multicellular organism.
That's most. Yeah.
No, it's the order Pokemon, though. As in placing your order at the restaurant.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, your DoorDash is here.
When we rank the different forms, taste
No.
differently.
They're all the same thing.
Yeah. It's wait. No, it's like it's like tofu. Like
Yeah, ditto.
like you have like a block of tofu as like one of its forms, but then you try to zhuzh it up as like tofurkey, but it's still tofu at the end of the
I'm
day.
sorry, what was that word?
Tofu.
Tofurkey?
I will say tofu can taste
Oh,
different.
zhuzh.
Zhuzh it up? Have you never heard of the word zhuzh?
No.
Can you spell that?
No.
No, you just zhuzh it up a bit.
Chris Avery, you know the word that I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
Zhuzh?
I am familiar with the term zhuzh, yes.
It's French.
Oh, okay.
See?
The friend.
Oh, that's sorry. I'm looking at my candle and it's silhouetting the different Disney princesses.
Okay, so before
Oh wait, did we
judging
put
Koopa,
hang on? Did we put Diancie in non-edible?
yes, it's a rock.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't know. I like it's a fairy rock type. I think its little crystals are rock candy.
It's Harbink in a dress.
I think Nancy and Carving belong in Efforted.
I think you need to jump off a cliff.
I'm in Kansas. Where's a fucking cliff, Bev?
You need to make one. Adapt, improvise,
Beth
overcome.
really just said, "Go commit, die."
Okay, so Hoopa.
Hoopa.
Funyuns. Hoopa tastes
Thing
like
to keep in
Funyuns.
mind with Hoopa Unbound specifically is this thing is over 20 feet tall.
That hasn't been a
Hoopa-
problem for me before.
Hoopa tastes like onion rings.
I highly doubt that.
Yeah. Like, there's probably so much meat on here. There's so many arms. You can just get all the arm meats.
This is a genie.
Yes.
Its meat tastes whatever you want it to taste like, and for Chris, it's onion rings.
I think this would go in all right.
I
Yeah.
think so. All right, at least.
I think so.
I just remember this movie was awful.
I don't know anything about it aside from the funny Reggie Gigas voice.
I can't.
I don't think any of the Pokemon movies are ever going to be as bad as the Swords of Justice one.
I think I was.
Well, I think the Shaman one was probably as bad as the Swords of Justice one.
Shaman being annoying doesn't make the whole movie worse than Vic Mignogna in a movie with no stakes.
I think I have issues with Hoopa because several years ago I missed the event by one day, and when I went to the GameStop, they were like, "Yeah, we've already tossed all the cards," and it's like, why the fuck would you do that?
Just dig them out of the dumpster. It's not like they expire.
Ooh. That's
Putting
painful.
these in all right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with these.
Unless you want to put the bound Hoopa in like a lower, higher category. Actually, no.
Tune in next time for when we rank
We're not
all
done
of
yet.
the Pokemon videos.
We're not done yet.
I know.
Yeah.
We rank all of the
We actually
Pokemon
need to-
movies in a series.
I honestly wouldn't mind doing that because I have some shit to say about some of those movies.
Yeah, I think.
This one's gonna be weird because what? I don't know if this thing's mechanical or not.
What? It's fire water.
Yeah, okay. Can I just say, outside of the concept of eating it, the idea of a Pokemon related to steam that is a fire-water type, that's actually amazing, and I'd never thought of it before. That's cool.
I like this Pokemon. I kind of wish it wasn't a legendary and was just like a regular single stage Pokemon.
I feel like this was, for the first water fire Pokemon in the game, this feels like a missed opportunity. It just
Yeah.
feels like a whatever, and not like anything that uses the typing for anything interesting other than Steam. Like, I don't even think Bulbapedia knows what the fuck this is outside of one of those lion dog statues. Like, oh yeah, sure, it's a brazen bull. Yeah, sure, Bulbapedia, it's a fucking brazen bull, a fucking torture device. You fucking hacks.
Are you kidding? That's what they think it's based? What the fuck?
No, it's not!
Okay.
It's not based on that. Bulbapedia just pulls shit out of their ass all the time and are like, well, you can't prove that it's not this.
I mean, you look at it. It kind of makes sense to see that it's not a brazen bull. Like, calling it a brazen bull is a stretch and a half.
I get your thing, Beth. It just kind of feels like maybe a missed opportunity for the first water fire type, because there's creatures that live in like super heated underwater thermal vents. You could have probably done as
Like,
fire water types.
the idea I always have is like a water fire salamander with a steam geyser on its back.
I was thinking like maybe you do one of those hydrothermal like worms that live in like 1,000 fucking degree boiling temperature.
Maybe, but I feel like that would evolve into like some sort of steel type, and using those iron slugs would be interesting
Yeah.
to.
What about a teapot?
You know, I kind of like that too.
What do you think?
You do a
Tentative?
teapot and it's like an elephant.
Ooh, well,
You think like tentative?
I'm thinking tentative. Yeah,
tentative.
I
Yeah.
cannot.
That's a fair point.
I think this thing is hollow, to be honest. Like its big center body.
Well,
I think that's hollow.
The
and full
arms
of
are
water.
probably hollow.
Alright.
Arms are probably hollow. Let's see.
The ring on its back is surely hollow. It looks like steam is supposed to eject from there.
Yeah, it shoots. They sort of split like arms, and they have water in them. But like this thing looks like a fucking machine. I don't get what it is.
Oh, okay. Okay, the ring does open into arms.
It looks like a fucking Iron Man.
Switch game?
And it's a counterpart to Magearna, but it's not clear what their counterpart thing dynamic is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe this should just go in effort in, 'cause, like, what the fuck is it?
I think you can make.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun if this was a standard single stage Pokemon and then it was just as the joke used by the Pokemon Fire Department.
Remember to stop, then drop. Then let
Break it down.
Volcanion blast you with superheated water.
Possibly go wrong.
Yeah.
I'd give him a
All
push.
right.
That's not what this list is about.
Tune in next time where we smash and pass the entire Pokemon.
Good night. I'm kidding. No, we're still.
I mean, I would actually do that and horrify all of you.
And I have some questionable smasher passes.
No, it's not really
Hi, everybody.
questionable when you know you. Is that it? Is that the last Pokemon?
Was that the last Pokemon?
Yes.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Cool.
I thought Magearna was this gen. Alright.
I think Magearna is next gen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe so.
Tune in next time where we go south of the equator.
No.
We're escaping to Mexico.
Wait, is Hawaii not south of the equator?
I think Hawaii's in the northern hemisphere.
Shit!
Yeah.
Tune in next time where we don't go anywhere.
Yeah, Hawaii's located in the northern hemisphere.
Oh my god. You know what? Y'all can go to and say goodbye, everybody.
I was in the center hemisphere. Are we still recording?
Yeah, I didn't know we end. I don't know when to end.
I said good night, everybody.
Oh, good night.
And now, goodbye!